And that's your latest weather. Guys?
Thanks. As a new mom, I'm really lucky. My daughter Mila sleeps through the night, but on early mornings like this, especially when I have a vent the night before, I clock in about 6-7 hours.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right. 6 for me, too, and that's just short of the national average of 6.5 hours a night you're supposed to get. So are we more tired than we think? Megan Murphy is deputy editor of Self Magazine, and Dr. Carol Ash is the director of sleep medicine at Meridian Health. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
The leather memo went out.
I'm still getting over the fact that your daughter sleeps. I'm sorry.
Yes.
My daughter sleeps, but as a country, we're getting 6.5. Is that enough?
What's the number? Is there a number we should be getting?
Well, the range is 7 to 9. 6.5 is definitely not enough. On average, we need about 8 hours, and we're very sleep deprived.
You know, I have to say, I like getting 9.5. That's my perfect. I know, I like to sleep. That's
maybe on vacation.
But I have to wake up early in my body. Well, 12's good. Yeah. I wake up early. You know, I'm an early riser, so it means I have to go to bed around, you know, grandma special, which is fine. But you say this really affects our health.
That's the crazy part. It makes your brain fuzzy, you're less alert, your reaction time is terrible, you can't remember anything. You know, it really does have an impact. And the craziest thing is that we don't realize how sleep deprived we are. That was the fascinating thing about this study and the story in Self Magazine, was that they looked at these groups of people and they didn't even realize how low functioning they were. You stop registering fatigue.
You've got some tips for people to sleep better tonight. And let's go through these because these are going to be very helpful. One of them, probably, I don't know, a lot of people thought about this, lowering your thermometer 3 degrees lower than your daytime normal. What does that do for sleep?
It's a really simple thing that you could do. You transition into sleep on a temperature drop, and you maintain sleep in a cooler environment. So just cooling the room could go a long way to helping you maintain quality of sleep.
And the sweet spot is about 68 degrees.
Yes, exactly.
68.
Yeah, 68. That sounds, I like cooler rooms, so that's good to me.
Good.
The other, and you know, around the holidays, it gets kind of bad, dicey. We're talking about drinking before we go to bed, whether it's whiskey, like my man here, or it's water. You say try to cut down what we're drinking.
Yeah, absolutely. The problem you have, alcohol, it will help you fall asleep, but what it does is it disrupts the normal sleep patterns after your sleep, so you'll have poor quality sleep. And if you drink too much liquids before you go to bed at night, you're going to have to keep getting up to go to the bathroom at night, so you want to avoid that.
The other thing is the sugar in a lot of those drinks, wine and all the rest of it.
So once you
awake.
metabolize that, your REM cycle is completely disrupted.
Right. Another one that's good for year-round, I think, turning off the TV, computer, smartphone, anything that gives off that artificial light. But you say an hour before bedtime?
Yeah.
That's hard for people.
For me.
That's hard.
But make your bed a quiet space. So if you need that time, do it on the couch. Then when you get to bed, lights out. And I'm trying to tell my husband that includes the iPad. Yes, it's smaller than a TV,
what if you're reading?
but that light still
counts. A little bit of light, okay, but for most of us it's a problem, believe it or not, Jenna. Yeah.
That light signals to your body, hey, it's still daytime. Why am I sleeping?
So go back to the old-fashioned book.
You really should. And you know what? We have to make sleep a priority. You know, we kind of talk ourselves into, I've earned the right to sit here with this book and watch TV. You got to get away with all of that and just get to bed.
Finally, I'm a huge fan of this fourth tip, and that's the sound machine.
Oh, yeah.
I love a good sound machine.
And even if you don't want to go the sound machine route, a fan works. My husband convinced us to get this fan, and just that gentle whirring, it's like a little lullaby. It drowns out sirens if you're in the city, crickets if you're in the country. It's just that gentle lullaby, the whirring of the fan.
It'll block out all the intrusive thoughts and block out the environmental noises. And around the holidays, a really important thing, we all gain weight.
Yeah. We've talked about this. The less you sleep, the more you gain.
Yes, because what it does is it affects your brain's ability to stay away from those sugary foods.
Thank you guys very much.
You've helped Jenna and I move up to 10.5 hours.
I'm going to tonight, 10.5.
Megan.
I'll be asleep at 4:30.
Absolutely, Megan, Dr. Ash, thanks so much. Up next, if you picked out